Guys, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. This week's Read Aloud is going to be Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm sure many of you have heard of this story in some form or fashion before, but I'm excited to read this book. I think it may be a little different than the story that you had heard, or it may be the same. I don't know. But one of the questions you're going to have to answer is, what type of book is this? Remember, we've talked about books like Cinderella, which was I don't want to say it's a special type of book. Think of this, and is it nonfiction or is it fiction? That's a huge question. And do you think this could really happen? I want you to think that way. All right, here we go. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Check out that medal. That medal's pretty cool. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Retold and illustrated by James Marshall. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. What a sweet child, said someone new in town. That's what you think, said a neighbor. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. You must promise not to take the shortcut through the forest, she said. I've heard that bears live here. I promise, said Goldilocks, but to tell the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Ooh, do you think she's going to listen to her mom, or do you think she's going to go in the forest? I think she's going to go in the forest. Here we go. It says, shortcut, danger, very risky, not a good idea, turn back. Go the other way. Meanwhile, in a clearing deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all their own, a family of brown bears was sitting down to breakfast. Patooey, cried big old Papa Bear. This porridge is scalding. I've burned my tongue. I'm dying, cried Baby Bear. Now really, said Mama Bear, who was of medium size, that's quite enough. I know, said Papa Bear. Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling? Excellent, said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. Tra-la! A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She walked right in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. Uh-oh. But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. Patooey, cried Goldilocks, and she spat it out. Next she tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Ugh. Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right, neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it all up. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be a great fun to have a look around. Right away, she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. "They must have kittens," she said. In the parlor there were 3 chairs. "I don't mind if I do," she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just couldn't get comfortable. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that chair was much too soft, as she thought she might never get out of it. Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right. Neither too hard, nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the chair completely fell to pieces. Uh-oh, she broke the baby's chair. She's eating all the baby bear's porridge, and she broke the baby's chair. Oh my goodness, I don't think this is going to go well for old Goldilocks. Now, all that rocking left, Goldilocks quite tuckered out. "I could take a little snooze," she said, so she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs were 3 beds. "I don't mind if I do," said Goldilocks, and she got into the biggest one, but the head of the biggest bed was much too high. Next, she tried the medium-sized bed, but the head of that bed was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. Soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. She did not hear the bears come home. Look how messy Baby Bear's room is. Is that how some of your rooms look? The 3 bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could scarcely believe their eyes. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eaten it all up." In the parlor, the 3 bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and it's broken into smithereens." The 3 bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. At first, everything seemed fine, but then Papa Bear lay down on his big brass bed. "Somebody's been laying in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. "Egads!" cried Mama Bear. "Somebody's been laying in my bed." "Look!" cried Baby Bear. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and she's still there." Uh-oh. All right, do you think the bears are going to wake Goldilocks up and she's going to be very scared? Or do you think the bears are going to let her sleep? What do you think? I want you to tell whoever you're sitting by or somebody in your house. Tell them what you think. All right, here we go. "Now see here," roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of bed, out of the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear, but I hope we never see her again. And they never did. Ooh, that was a good book. All right, so alongside here will be questions for you to answer. You can send those to me through Seesaw, or you can send me a picture of them, or even a video of you saying your answers. Have a great Monday and a great rest of the week.